Shalom. This is Bishop Nathanyel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
And the law of life for inheritance.
The Most High God said He gave us the law of life for a heritage. How you doing today, sis? Hey, we were just going over the Sabbath. Did you know that today the Lord's Sabbath? You said you ain't know? Read that. Go back to Jeremiah. I'm going to show you why you didn't know, sis. And we only out here to show our people because we know our people don't know. So don't think we blasted or anything like that. I'm just going to show you why we don't know. Read what you got.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So they said we're going to discontinue from our heritage, like you just going over. Our heritage is a way of living. You understand what I'm saying? All the nations have a heritage. Just like Sister Hogan, they celebrate Christmas. That's part of their heritage. You understand what I'm saying? The so-called African, they got Columbus. That's part of their heritage. But we got to ask ourselves, what is our heritage? We read about the Sirach. So we're going to show what our heritage is. Read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 17 and verse 11. Beside this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for inheritance. The law of life for inheritance.
He said the law of life, meaning these laws is what's going to show us how to live better. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm from down here. I've been down here my whole life. It's a lot of gun violence. It's a lot of hatred in our community. It's a lot of black on black. It's a lot of that. So the Most High God said these laws is life. So if they like, go to Proverbs 72. And then we're going to get into the Lord's Sabbath day. Go to Proverbs 72. He said the law of life. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse 2. Keep my commandments and live.
Now this is King Solomon talking to his son. His son is very well alive because they having a conversation. So he's telling him keep the commandments and live. He's telling him the way to live. Morals, because we don't have no morals no more in our community. We don't have no standards no more in our community. We just do what we want to do. Whatever feels good, we do it. So we're going to go into our heritage. Go back to Leviticus. We're going to get into our heritage. Because like I said, today is the Lord's Sabbath day. We go to church when? Sunday, right? If you look at your phone and you look at your calendar, the first day of the week is Sunday. So if we count from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be the 7th day. You understand what I'm saying? So the Most High God said the 7th day we're supposed to keep that separate and holy. Watch this. Read.
The book of Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 3. 6 days shall work be done. Verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord.
So a feast is like a gathering, right? So certain feasts that we keep today would be like what? Thanksgiving. You understand what I'm saying? All those things. But we're going to see if those are the feasts that the Lord gave us. Read.
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation. Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
So the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. Now he's going to go into detail on a few things we're supposed to do on that day. Read.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein.
So he says a holy convocation. That just means a holy or a separate gathering. The same way we're looking at on Sunday in the church, the people amongst each other, we're supposed to do the same thing, but it's supposed to be today. Today is the day the service gathering comes together. So we read earlier, we discontinue from our heritage the way that we live. Read.
Ye shall do no work therein.
The second thing, he said we're not supposed to work. We're not supposed to be working on today. Today is a day that we're supposed to actually rest. Read.
It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
It say in all your dwellings, meaning wherever we was at. You understand what I'm saying? The disconnect with this Bible, why we don't recollect with this Bible, is because it's not being taught the proper way, the proper understanding of this Bible. So we're going to show you without a shadow of doubt that this Bible is only for the Israelites. The Israelites make up the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. That's the only people that the Most High God is dealing with. I'm going to show you that. Go to Deuteronomy 28, start at verse 1. 28 and 1. So we got to connect first before this regulate in our memory. You understand what I'm saying? We got to go through our history first, because this is a history book. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1.
Go to 1 and 1. Let's get the audience who he's talking to. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So the words of the book of Deuteronomy is only to the children of Israel. So Moses is speaking to the children of Israel. Go back to where you were.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So the word hearken just means to listen. So Moses is telling the children of Israel, it shall come to pass if we listen to God, read,
to observe and to do all his commandments.
The thing with observing, in order for me to observe something, I have to do what? I have to look at it. I have to read it for myself. So he said we got to observe it and we have to do it. Read.
And to do all his commandments.
Is what?
All his commandments.
So the subject that Moses is telling the children of Israel they have to keep is the commandments. Read.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Are we as a people on high above all nations of the earth? Who fill up Warrington Village? Is it a bunch of rich white folks stay in Warrington Village? Is it a bunch of us that stay in Warrington Village? Right? When we come to Pensacola Village, when we go to Trumanor, we go to Fairfield, all the places that we go to, who fill the projects in the ghettos? We do. So he said if we was to listen, we was going to be above, meaning what? We was going to have a nice house. We was going to have all of that. We was going to be wealthy in our community and able to take care of one another. But he said that would happen if we listen. So let me ask you a question. If we not in that position, did we listen? If we not in those positions, if we not on high above all nations, did we listen to him? Because he said that would only come to pass if we listen. So did we listen? So let's see what happened if we did not listen. Jump down.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now Moses is going to break down what happened if we will not listen. Because when we read the first couple of verses, he tell us, go to verse 3. I'm going to show you what he said about our community and how our community was supposed to be if we listen. Read.
Verse 3. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field.
Meaning whatever we touched and whatever we dealt with, we was going to prosper as a nation. He said our communities would be blessed. We would love one another. We would exhort one another. We would have love for our sisters. It would be marriage in our community instead of baby mama drama. It wouldn't be none of that. He said, blessed shall we be in the city if we listen. Now let's jump down. Read.
Verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Once again, the subject matter is still keeping of the commandments. Read.
That all these curses,
all these what?
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now we all know that a curse is not a good thing. So Moses said, if you don't listen, now the Most High God is going to send curses unto you. Now we read that if we listen, our city will be blessed. Let's see what happened if we don't. Read.
Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
How many of our brothers that got shot down within a year time frame? And we just had the brother tell me he got shot. They had the video footage of the brother getting shot. What happened? Nothing. Ain't nothing happened for none of that. Most of our God said it was going to be curses in our neighborhood. That's a curse. For us to hate one another, that's a curse. For me to want to fight you because I say I own this block, that's a curse. We're supposed to own the whole world, but we following a street on. I'm going to show you that. Go to Deuteronomy 11 and 24. Start at verse 21. I'm going to show you how we were supposed to be living, because this is not living. This ain't living. We this close to one another. We wall to wall. We can't do nothing. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 11 and verse 20. 21. That your days may be multiplied in the days of your children, and in the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers. That your days may be multiplied in the days of your children.
Stop. Our children living long now. A lot of the young men down at 21. Some 15, some 16. It's dropping. He said he wanted to multiply our days and our children's days. Read.
And the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers to give them, as the days of heaven.
As the days of what?
As the days of heaven.
He said on earth we were supposed to be living like the days of heaven. We're not living like the days of heaven. This ain't heaven. We far from heaven. We live in hell. We are in the midst of hell. Read, jump down to 24.
Verse 24. Every place wherein the soles of your feet shall tread.
He said wherever the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were to step, read,
shall be yours.
Meaning if when we was in our proper standard, I could come here, step foot in Pensacola Village and say, hey, I want this land. And the Most High God would grant it to us. That's how it was supposed to be. Right. But we lost all that. Go back to Deuteronomy 28. We lost all that.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.